Wait, how am I the person to save David? I don't know anything about magic, I said. At the beginning of time, you were the woman gifted with the ability to solve the contradiction in time. Now as you live on earth, you can solve the contradiction. And you don't need to know much. You have time magic. Use it, Emma said. But how? How do I use it? I asked. Only you know, Autumn. Use it, she said. Her head fell down in exhaustion. I stood up and looked over the vast scene. The pillars on the sides, the blue path that led from the entrance to the marble throne. The central circle. I saw it all. The pots and bottles that contained moments of time. This was the land above time. This is where my power lies. I closed my eyes and thought about the entire room that surrounded me. I focused my mind and some words popped in my mind. I felt impressed to say the words. Tempus infinitum, I shouted. I opened my eyes and the view before me began to change. The darkness began to fall back. The floor expanded past the darkness. The path became a floor, all sparkly and blue. It spread around, revealing the rest of the floor. It moved past the pillars, revealing the rest of the room. As the darkness fell away, I began to see things. Well, not see things in the same way you see a pencil when you pick it up. In the same way that you daydream. But this was not a dream, this was real. It was like my sight traveled far and wide, seeing the whole room. I saw the ceiling, where there was a chandelier. It was a much taller room than I thought it was. It had to be a mile tall. The room was also much wider than I thought it was. There had to be 1,000,000 miles worth of room. It was enormous. As the darkness fled, I saw all of this. The other areas of the room came into my view. I began to understand everything. The room I had previously known only applied to human history, but this is not all of time. There were 1,000,000 other miles for the rest of time, but that was not enough. There were 1,000,000,000 more miles of time for the rest of existence. The size was so immeasurable and exhaustingly enormous. Seeing it all before me lifted me higher than ever before. I saw everything that has happened and will happen. I saw the beginning of man and its eventual fall and glorification. As the room continued to expand, I came across a strange area of the room. I saw people there. Well, not full people. They were spirits. They were stuck without a body. I flew 1,000,000 miles over to them, wishing to see them. I saw each and every single one. Some walked around aimlessly, others talked quietly. All looked restless. As I flew to them, one of the spirits saw me and pointed up. Look, it is the death walker of time, the one to conquer sleep death and save us. I floated down. I saw the spirit of my husband. I took his hand and spoke to the crowd. Oh, souls captured by the magic. If you are truly good, you may be saved. You may experience immortality on earth with your family. You may finally have true happiness and glory. Come before me now and show yourself as good men and women of natural magic. I will guide you. I will guide you back home. Everyone stood up and saluted me, shouting, Thank you, thank you, thank you. We may now have joy and glory because of you. I felt impressed to kneel before them. I am your servant, do not praise me. Come, let us go to earth. Holding my husband's hand close, I guided them to the exit, which is a dimly lit doorway. As we went through the door, I realized that we were on earth. We were in the sky. Luckily, I was able to float down to the earth, but David wasn't so lucky. I had to keep him up, otherwise he would fall straight to the ground. I floated down, arriving on the ground right next to Aura. Mom, Dad, you're back, she said. Yes, we're back, I said. We heard screams from above. It was the other spirits. They were falling straight to the ground with no one to save them. Don't worry, I got it, Aura said. She flew up and began to aid the newly embodied spirits. Seeing her fly made me realize that I had seen this before. After everyone was safe on the ground, I saw Emma slowly float down. She looked tired, but had a faint smile on her face. David saw her and ran to her. "Oh, Emma," he cried. They embraced. "David, I'm so glad you're back," Emma said. I saw tears form in their eyes. As they hugged, a man approached me. It was Sharkily Gee. He looked exactly like how he looked when I visited him in the past. "Autumn, I'm so sorry for what I've done. My time as a spirit was miserable. Forgive me." I put my hand on his shoulder, remembering him in the past and in the future. "You are forgiven." He smiled and bowed. He walked away. I turned to David. "Your eyes are blue, my love." I blushed. "Thank you." He ran up to me and we embraced. I realized that I had seen this before. Soon Emma joined in, as well as our daughter. Finally, we were all together. Despite everything that had happened, we were all together. We were finally united.